We apologise in advance for this week's footage.
Unfortunately, the blue hard drive that we've been backing up the GoPro data on has gone missing. We've searched everywhere and it might as well be on the moon for all we know.
We've cobbled together some footage from my camera and the phone, and we hope you enjoy what we've managed to get together.
Hello!
Afternoon.
Yesterday we came down from Cape Disappointment into Vancouver and stayed in an Airbnb with James and Shay, who are brilliant, in their glorious house. And today we're in Portland.
Yeah, we've come down across the border into Oregon to come and have a look at Portland for the day.
So last night Shay and James had a gathering because it's Shay's 30th birthday, and they invited us, even though we're complete strangers staying in their house.
Yeah.
And we met their friends, and it was really
cool.
cool.
Really cool
good fun.
Yeah. Just drinks and nibbles and some food and stuff. It was really nice of them just to say, you know, by all means come along.
And there were some children, so they attached themselves to Chris.
Because I'm a child, really.
And then we liked it so much, instead of staying one night, we decided to stay 2 nights and do our day trip to Portland today, and then we've got somewhere to stay tonight.
Yeah, so we're going to go back there tonight. And then tomorrow we're going to look at pushing off south
further into Oregon. So we've been looking at all the travel guides again, and we've got a plan. Today
we have 20% of the plan.
Yes. Today we're going into Chinatown in Portland.
Yeah.
And looking at the sights. There's lots of cool buildings and things to see and good food. We've been recommended to go to a floating restaurant in Vancouver tonight, so we're going to do that.
Yeah, so that's going to be good fun. We keep getting lost.
Yeah.
We keep getting turned about and walking the wrong way for too many blocks.
Even though it's a block system, you think you're going in one direction and then it turns out you're going in a different direction. And
walked the wrong way, or you walked on a road. Yeah, we walked on a road that we thought was one road and turned out to be the other road at the crossways, which...
Oh well, getting lost, part of the fun.
Yeah.
Portland is what, Chris?
City of Fountains.
Portland City Grill, and on top of the world. Over there is Washington, and over here is Oregon.
Yep. So you might recognise the start of this bit of clip. It's the preview clip from last week's video. Unfortunately, all of the tree-to-tree video was done on the GoPro and is now lost with the hard drive.
All 4 hours of us climbing around on trees.
Believe us when we said it was a good fun day out. Unfortunately, this is the only clip we've got. So here's the end of it so you can see whether or not I made the jump.
On Thursday, we did quite a lot of driving. We drove down the 101, Pacific Road, along the Pacific, and we went to the sea lion caves.
Yeah, that was really cool. It's apparently the largest naturally occurring sea cave in America.
And it's home, normally, to hundreds of sea lions.
Unfortunately, at this time of year, they're all out.
They were gone. So no sea lions.
Well, the cave was quite cool.
Yeah, so we had a look at that and then got back on the road. Then on Friday we drove to Eugene, so down the coast road into Eugene. We spent the whole day at the library,
And then
editing.
got an Airbnb in Eugene and stayed the night.
And then we went out of Eugene and down the coastal road again.
So lots of driving and not a lot of interesting footage.
The adventurer.
That's okay, it's recording.
Hello!
Evening.
We've just come from the hot spring.
Yep, at Cougar Res.
And we're so relaxed we could melt.
It's lovely. It was 110 degrees Fahrenheit in the top pool, which was very hot.
We decided that we could probably cook something in there, so we tried pretty much all the pools.
Yeah, we had to go at all the pools, and they got colder as you go down. There was 5 pools in total. Really nice, really relaxing. It's a clothes optional area.
So there were a lot of
We chose the clothed option.
people hanging loose around, so we haven't got much footage because we wouldn't be able to put it on YouTube.
Because nobody would be allowed to see it. But yeah, no, really relaxing afternoon, bobbing around in the hot springs.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go find a campsite.
Yeah.
Morning.
Morning.
Back to Sunday again.
Yeah, another Sunday's come around really quick. We've had 3 now.
Dragonflies flitting about the place.
We're sat in the middle of Hidden Lake in Oregon. We took a detour yesterday to go to some hot springs. Ended up in this beautiful place and met a really cool guy.
Yeah, it's really nice fellow. He's just chilling in the woods at one of the campsites that we stayed at last night. He's the camp host, sort of.
He's a Rastafarian.
He is a Rastafarian. Really nice guy.
And he pretty much lives in the woods.
When he can, yeah.
We went up to him just before it got dark and said, do you know where we could find some good firewood? And the amount of respect we got for just that simple question meant that we got a lot of free firewood.
Yeah, he was really friendly and, you know, dead happy to help us out. He's a pretty cool guy. He likes to make stuff. He's made a couple of drums at some lengths of tree. Which are quite cool.
He likes to make them, what is it, he calls it, the primitive way. So yesterday was a brilliant day with the hot springs
was lovely.
and a really nice time camping. The only downside is it is fall and the weather is dropping, like the temperature is dropping dramatically at night. Hello, Mr. Buzzy Fly.
That thing is huge.
It's like that big.
It's like that big. It's got a head on it like that.
And we were in the tent last night and I was fully clothed and I had the sleeping bag on and I was shivering so much that this morning all of my shoulders and neck are like, I feel like I'd been to the gym because I was shivering in my sleep.
I was fine.
Because you call me a wimp, but I think
you're a wimp.
I think it's time to move on to hotter climbs. And then during the day it's like this.
Glorious sunshine and I'm sweating buckets.
Like I'm considering going swimming in this lake.
Quite chilly lake.
So what we think we're going to do is today we're going to hit the road and drive to
Crater Lake.
We'll have a look at it, probably stop, have some lunch, and then carry on driving and see how far we can get before we get to California and before nightfall.
Yeah, I really get why people come here. Like a lot of the people we've been chatting to at campsites and when we've been to see things, they've not been originally from around here, but this is where they've come to. This is where they've found their little niche, their little space where they're happiest. And I really get why, you know, it's 2 minutes outside of a town and you're right in the middle of the forest.
Yeah.
Like any forest.
One thing we can say about Oregon is the people here are so chilled.
They were pretty chill in Washington as well.
Yeah, but
this
really is a whole nother level of chilled.
Yeah.
This is like clothing optional, free ganja, kind of, let's go walking through the woods and collecting mushrooms kind of chilled. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got some free mushrooms from a guy. Like, not the magic kind.
Chanterelle mushrooms.
Chanterelle mushrooms. And
they were really tasty.
Fried them up yesterday and ate them and they were tasty. So now we can say that we got free mushrooms from a nudist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is our little respite in the morning before we head off. We've been using it as washing light.
I'm hypnotised by these dragonflies.
Dragonflies. They're huge. They're like, okay, dragonflies in England can be quite large. I haven't seen dragonflies this big in England. I've seen them before, but not in England.
Everything's massive here.
Like, yeah, everything's on like, everything was built 2/3 over scale. You know, like they went, right, here's the scale. Okay, now build it extra 2 large.
Like this little, well, not little, this pontoon that we're on.
It's 2 trees.
It's 2 trees.
Nailed together with
to some
ship
ply, yeah, and it just floats.
In fact, it's screwed together with ship ply. And and because it's 2 trees, it floats. And apparently these pontoons are just here, like all year round. They were built here many years ago and just left.
It was thanks to Rusta. Yeah, he said, before you hit the road, there's this really cool lake. It's called Hidden Lake.
Hidden Lake, and it is hidden. Like you wouldn't know it was here.
We went on a gravel path.
It was the
for
road
25
up to it
minutes.
10 minutes. The road up to it was a dirt road. And here, when it's a dirt road, you need an off-road 4x4.
There was a truck stuck behind us, and I swear he was probably cussing us. Like, what are these tourists doing? It's meant to like be hidden.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. It's pretty cool. Just sort of chilling on the lake.
Right. So that's the plan for today. Hitting the road.
Hitting the road, Jack.
Maybe we shall see California before the day's out.
I doubt it.
We'll try.
It's a long way. As you can tell by the traffic. We've been driving about 2 hours now, and we're way up in the mountains.
Yeah, we drove all the way through the mountains and then up 3,000 feet and then 4,000 feet, and now we've got to this road
with this awesome view behind us. Check out them trees and them mountains. That's apparently Diamond Peak way over there, which is quite cool. So we've got a fair ways to go yet, but it's only 4:30. So we've got some time before dark.
So we're going to keep going. We haven't got to Crater Lake yet, but we shouldn't be too far.
We shouldn't be too far out now. Just got to push on.
And then there was a lake.
So we stayed at Crater Lake last night.
Yeah, and we came in sort of like just as the sun was setting, but you could still very much see. And we went round the rim, and there's little pull-ins all the way around. So we pulled in, got out. I was like, what's this going to look like? Then I was like, oh. When they say Crater Lake is an awesome thing to see, like they throw the word awesome around too much, I think, but genuinely Crater Lake is awesome.
Yeah.
It's a volcano that erupted, and inside the crater of the volcano there is a massive lake.
Yeah.
With a mini volcano in the middle. That they called Wizard Island.
Wizard Island.
And words cannot describe how huge it is. We were reading the boards on the sides.
Yeah.
And it was saying like so many thousand feet wide, so many million feet deep and stuff. And we were just like, those numbers can't justify what we're looking at right now.
Yeah, they can't. They're so big they don't mean anything anymore. But it it is huge, and you don't realise quite how huge it really is. There is a lunatic trail that goes all the way around the rim if you want to walk it. As it happens, there's also a road that goes all the way around the rim that we did drive around.
We drove around half of the road, and it took us
maybe a couple of hours.
Yeah,
maybe an hour and a half.
An hour and a half, and we only drove around half of it. Meanwhile,
we were stopping and taking
yeah.
pictures every 5 minutes.
Meanwhile, the sun was setting, and the whole sky turned to fire. And there was just this beautiful lake reflecting the sky and reflecting the rims in the lake, because it is so big that it's like a mirror. And it's sheltered from the wind, so there's no particular waves or ripples, so it's just mirrors itself. It's honestly, it was spectacular. So we drove around until it got dark, and then at the point where the stars were coming out, we decided, okay, we can't drive anymore round this lake. So we headed back after taking a couple of pictures. We headed back to the campsite and camped overnight. They didn't have any facilities, so we smell a bit. But,
a lot.
But we carry on. We only got each other for company, so.
Filled up on gas, and
now we're heading into California. Crater Lake is here.
Up a bit. Is there.
And we're gonna go into California.
Shit, I've got to drive.